Today, we're uncovering the origins of the tooth fairy, that magical figure tied to lost teeth. This tradition delights kids worldwide, blending money, mystery, and a sprinkle of fairy dust perfectly. So tuck in, grab a pillow, and let's dive into this charming piece of history together. Fact 1. Roots traced to Europe. The tooth fairy's tale begins in medieval Europe, where old customs shaped her earliest forms. People believed children's teeth held power, so they buried them to ward off evil spirits. In France, a tale of a mouse swapping teeth for coins emerged centuries ago quietly. This La Bonne Petite Souris traded gifts under pillows, setting a precedent for fairy exchanges. Over time, these rituals crossed borders, evolving into the winged figure we know today. Fact 2. Fairies were late additions. Early tooth traditions didn't feature fairies, they leaned on animals or simple disposal instead. Vikings paid kids for teeth, thinking they brought luck in battle, not magic from above. Mice or rats often starred in stories, scurrying away with teeth across European folklore. By the 19th century, fairies, already popular in tales, slipped into the narrative naturally. Their charm and sparkle turned a gritty custom into a whimsical bedtime ritual for children. Fact 3. America named her. The Tooth Fairy got her official title in the United States around the early 1900s. A 1908 play, The Tooth Fairy, by Esther Watkins Arnold, introduced her to American audiences. It mixed European mouse tales with fairy flair, cementing her place in kids' imaginations. By the 1920s, parents embraced her, leaving coins and building a national tradition fast. Her name stuck, giving a face to a practice that had wandered the world for ages. Fact 4. Teeth had magic once. Long ago, people saw children's teeth as talismans, not just milestones to toss aside carelessly. In medieval England, burning or burying them stopped witches from cursing the child later. Some cultures hid teeth from animals, fearing they'd steal the kid's strength or spirit. This belief in dental power fueled rituals that the Tooth Fairy eventually softened into play. Her gifts replaced fear with wonder, turning a superstition into a sweet family moment. Fact 5. Money sealed the deal. The Tooth Fairy's signature move, leaving cash, grew from practical roots in older traditions. In Spain, the ratoncito Pérez, a mouse, swapped teeth for coins or treats by 1894. Paying for teeth echoed Viking habits, where kids earned rewards for their baby molars. In America, post-World War II, wealth made coins common, tying her to economic booms. Now she's a tiny banker, slipping quarters or dollars under pillows with fairy grace. Fact 6. Disney polished her image. Disney's 1940s fairy tales, like Cinderella, sprinkled magic dust on the Tooth Fairy's reputation. Her winged, sparkly look borrowed from Tinker Bell, making her a fairy tale star, too. Books and cartoons in the 1950s painted her as a gentle visitor in kids' rooms. This media glow swapped the mouse for a dainty figure in popular culture smoothly. Hollywood's touch gave her a wand and a glow, cementing her modern, dreamy vibe. Fact 7. Kids shaped her role. Children's own stories and questions helped craft the Tooth Fairy into a household legend. Parents improvised answers about her visits, building a mythology from bedtime chats over time. Some said she collected teeth to build fairy castles, sparking wild imaginations everywhere. Others claimed she used them for magic, giving kids a stake in her tale. This back and forth turned her into a shared creation, loved by generations of little dreamers. Fact 8. She varies by culture. The Tooth Fairy isn't universal. Different lands tweak her into their own special characters. In Italy, Saint Apollonia, patron of teeth, sometimes joins a mouse for tooth trades. Argentinian kids toss teeth onto roofs, hoping a bird brings gifts from above. Japan's tradition skips fairies. Children throw teeth to grow strong replacements instead. Her global cousins show how one idea bends to fit local hearts and histories. Fact 9. Inflation hits fairies too. The Tooth Fairy's payouts have climbed over decades, reflecting real-world cash trends clearly. In the 1950s, a dime or quarter thrilled kids, a modest sum for the time. By the 2000s, surveys showed averages nearing $1, with some hitting $5. Parents adjust her rates to match economies, keeping the magic alive despite rising costs. She's a fairy with a budget, proving even myths feel the pinch of inflation. Fact 10. Science meets the myth. Dentists love the Tooth Fairy, using her to cheer kids through wiggly tooth stages. Her story eases fears, making tooth loss a fun milestone instead of a worry. Studies say kids who believe in her handle dental visits with less fuss often. She's even inspired research on tooth stem cells, blending fairy tales with lab work. This mix of whimsy and wisdom keeps her flying high in modern family life. That's our magical peek into the origins of the Tooth Fairy, everyone, a tradition with wings. From medieval mice to Disney glow, she's woven a spell across centuries and cultures. Which fact about her flight surprised you most or tugged at your childhood memories? Share it in the comments, tap that like button if you smiled, and subscribe now. We'll see you next time with more tales where magic meets the real world.